Let's be real, Fallout 3 is an old game. Going back to it now can be tough, especially on PC. But what if there was a way to enjoy Fallout 3 like it's been remastered? Enter the Wabbajack Modpack Begin Again, with over 500 mods to its name. To quote the Modpack list creator SpringHeelJon, Begin Again is a mod list that focuses on bringing the gameplay feel of later Fallout titles into Fallout 3 and New Vegas, whilst being careful to preserve what made those games unique. If you have never played Fallout 3 or even New Vegas before, then this is designed to be the definitive experience for a player used to some of the features of more modern games. But in the end, do those words hold up to scrutiny? Hello there, my name is Red and I've played Fallout 3 with the Begin Again mod pack to discover just how good it really is, so join me and find out right now. Just as a quick note, your experience may differ slightly due to the mod pack updates and other factors. Check the description for the mod version I played and links. I'm also playing the out-of-box experience as it were, no extras or changes. The first thing you'll no doubt notice are the textures. They've definitely been upgraded and you can see NPC textures are better too. Just look at that deliciously high-res bump map on Father Liam Neeson's forehead. Lovely. Initially, however, you may be confounded by the camera in the intro. It's probably due to FOV settings which you can now finally change, among other things, in this new handy tweaks menu, but more on that later. Being scaled down like when you're being a literal baby, your vision is rather broken. It only affects this baby section, and when you're a kid it only affects when your character is frozen in place, so it's a minor issue. You'll notice fun immersion changes when it comes to picking up items. Your hand darts out and grabs the item, pulling it back towards you. Additionally, it works for containers too. On top of that, you slap your hand out to open doors. Important items like Bobbleheads and the Gek also have their custom animations. These animations help you feel more connected to the world around you, enhancing the immersive experience. Indoor lighting has been reworked. It's moodier and less bland, more shadows and highlights. It helps get rid of that monotone feeling and making the world feel a bit more realistic. In my playthrough, I received a laser pistol at the start instead of the standard 10mm pistol. This is a mod addition. I couldn't find exactly what mod was changing it specifically, but when first testing out the mod to play it and make sure it worked, I received a 10mm pistol instead. It seems your starter weapon is now tailored to your player's skills, which is nice and dandy. Weapons, of course, have been reworked. Animations, mechanics, and visuals. Now included in Fallout 3 is the New Vegas modding system, allowing you to, for instance, place a recycler on the laser pistol, which by the way has an awesome new holographically projected iron sight by default. The gun mods have a visual change on your weapon, as you can see here. The most important weapon changes are the skill requirements and how they behave. If you don't meet the gun's skill requirement, your aim is unstable. Fire rates and reload speeds have been altered. You reload and shoot much faster. This helps speed up fights, making them feel more fast-paced. If you don't meet the strength requirements for a weapon, you can't sprint with that weapon out, which brings me to the movement changes. Yes, you can now sprint, at the cost of AP, like you can in Fallout 4. Like a determined Terminator, your arms pump out in front of you without a weapon in your hand. And of course, custom animations for when you have weapons in your hands. The most fantastic thing I have personally noticed, however, is the mouse feel. If you've ever gone back to Fallout 3 or New Vegas, you'll notice how clunky and this was intended for controllers only they felt. Your aim is snappy and it's once again a joy to look around the capital wasteland and not feel like your hands are moving through uneven jelly. Noticeable by their absence in this wasteland are any new weapons or quests. This mod pack is intended to be a pure vanilla experience. No immersion breaking weapons or ludicrously bouncing bosoms here. Visually, the game now looks like how you remember it looking, if you know what I mean. That weird phenomena most of us have experienced, remembering a game from years ago and how fantastic it looked, only to see it later in life and realize it looked like a pile of indistinct mud with about 10 polygons max. Well, now it seems with this, you get the remembered experience. And speaking of experience, experiencing stability. Now, we all know Bethesda doesn't exactly have the best track record for releasing stable games, and that's putting it very diplomatically in my less than humble opinion, and Fallout 3 was no exception. In this mod pack, I did experience several crashes and a few bugs here and there. For instance, at one point I had to keep reloading as the sprint button would stop working, making me feel like a commoner peasant walking instead of a true hero that can sprint. Fortunately, loading screens and such are much faster than they used to be, so it's no major deal. The Mesmertron's new holographic sight also had a mind of its own on whether it would actually appear or not. For the most part, it felt no different than the standard crashes you'd experience in vanilla Fallout 3. You know, the standard crashing like having the gall to walk forward and try and load a new area. Donning Power Armour is a fresh experience. Firstly, I was actually able to equip Power Armour without needing the Power Armour training, thus rendering the requirements to join the Brotherhood and receive said training irrelevant. The HUD layout changes when you equip the Power Armour helmet, and grants the ability to turn on new night vision and thermal vision modes. In addition to the visual, new sound effects give the Power Armour a more weighty feel when moving and jumping, mimicking Fallout 4's Power Armour a lot more. Though I must admit I found the sound effects way too loud by default. You can fix these in the new menus. The MCM and Tweaks menu both have a lot to offer, turning off and on the new mechanics and so much more. You can truly customize your experience with these settings. Immersion and difficulty is a lot more customizable now. Out in the capital wasteland, the trees and the LOD have been optimized and updated. Several bug fixes and engine fixes are present to help everything run a bit smoother. An obvious gameplay change comes in the form of bobbleheads. They no longer provide special stat boosts. Rather, they provide a mini perk. This is a rebalancing from Tales of Two Wastelands, which this mod pack is built upon and is required to get working. Tale of Two Wastelands uses both Fallout 3 and New Vegas, merging them into a single game. When leaving Vault 101, as well as having the option to enable New Vegas's hardcore gameplay mode, you can also choose to stay in Fallout 3 or jump to New Vegas straight away. There's also a train you can catch to get to New Vegas later on. A mechanic brought in from Fallout 4, which is actually one of my favourites from 4, come at me in the comments if you dare, is Fallout 4's automatic leaning system. Being near a corner and aiming down sights now leans you out around the corner like it does in Fallout 4, although I will say the enemies sometimes seem to have trouble dealing with it. They sometimes struggle to shoot or even see you. This can occasionally make fights a little too easy if you cheese the mechanic. Does red blood not pump through my cheesy veins? Damn skippy they do. Among the other new mechanics is the ability to melee bash. Again, the custom menu is allowing you to change the settings and hotkey for this. Additionally, you now have the option with a keystroke to display the quest marker in the world. This really helps you find those tricky doors and navigate the manic maze that is downtown Washington DC. There's additionally a new slow-mo mechanic for people like me, who don't use VATS much. Burn your action points for some slow-mo heroic shooting. And for some little extras, there's a nicer achievement system with new pop-ups and what have you, and quite a few elements of the HUD can be customized too. The weapon sound effects have all been overhauled as well for a more exciting soundscape and fresher tone. Even the opening title has been reworked to reflect both the developers of Fallout 3 and New Vegas. All in all, I found the experience to be a positive one. The textures look nicer, the game runs fine, the gameplay is enhanced but not ruined, the quality of life experience is better but not game-breaking, and the keyboard and mouse controls are far better. Begin Again is a mod pack that comes as close to a Fallout 3 remaster as you can hope for, in my opinion. The type of thing a potential team working on such a remaster should be shown and told, basically, do this but with more modern graphics and models. From my experience, the installation is on the easier side, but probably not for beginners. The installation for Tale of Two Wastelands does take quite some time, and a Nexus Mod Premium membership helps download the hundreds of mods much faster. It's optional, but for your own sanity, I'd recommend it. Not an ad for Nexus, by the way, just my opinion. Just follow the instructions precisely on the Nexus page for this mod pack, and you should be fine. A side note, I didn't play through New Vegas extensively for this review, but it is much the same experience. If you want to watch me play through Fallout 3 with this mod pack, then check my Begin Again playlist in the description. I make high quality, professionally edited Let's Plays in modded Bethesda games mostly, so check it out if it interests you. But thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and all that good stuff. It really helps a tiny channel like me out quite a lot. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.